EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But Charles, this Ravens team been so successful in recent years, 10 or more wins in 4 of the last 5. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. From the 21, here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Inside handoff, Penny. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to get into into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Penny. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of 1st. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's up to the 24. They go play action with Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Again, it's Penny. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
44 yards on the ground for him so far. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They go play action now. Jackson, his throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now they're in the hurry up. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing is Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Penny up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. He's got room to roam, and he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Penny. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
The kick is good.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
No, thumbs up. Hey, thumbs up, alert. No, thumbs up.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
7 yards there and a first down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
Still first down.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's big Jalen Carter, the rookie, able to get him down. We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Report.
To throw is Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against them.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Ricard, the fullback, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The handoff, running left is Penny, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Penny. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here come the Ravens. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down from the 41. Here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Jackson going to shift him around. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hurts.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Carter showing off just a bit with that sack, and can we remark just how perfect a landing spot he got in Philadelphia? Reunited with a bunch of Georgia teammates, adds another potential star to maybe the league's best defensive front.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success.
Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown, and the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. And he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the status.